Hey guys, Apple Bob here. Don't have my apple cider. Actually, I do, technically, but I don't know. Anyways, I want to talk about the song lyrics for Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse, the main song Calling. I really wanted to talk about that today. I know there's all kinds of people who have reactions to Calling, and those are fun. We got a lot of people who, will look at the instrumental, who review the song itself. But what I want to do today is do a analysis of how the song's lyrics actually relate to the characters and the plot in the film Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse. I think that would be a very interesting sort of take on it. I took a few notes, so and this is the first time I've ever done something like this, so please let me know if you like it, if you don't like it, in the comment section below. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoy my personality and analysis. Also, be sure to join my Discord server. It's a lot of fun. I stream a lot, so please go ahead and join that. And without further ado, I want to jump right into the video. When I went into Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, as a music lover, I was really looking forward to what's the new Sunflower, with Sway Lee and Post Malone. Ooh, 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 ooh. What's that song for the sequel of Into the Spider-Verse? I was wondering what it would be. I'm hearing all this music. I'm like, is this it? And then Calling plays. And I have a feeling in the theater, I was like, I wonder if this is that song. But when I first heard it, it plays during this scene. And I just wanted to play it for you. Hopefully it doesn't get copyrighted or anything, but I'm just going to play a little bit of it. This scene where it is Gwen and Miles talking on this clock tower, and they're sort of relating with each other. They're connecting with each other, having a real deep conversation after years of not seeing each other. And I actually kind of skipped ahead a little bit. Here's where they first kind of... So, I should have said this. A little bit of spoilers for this. Just a little bit. I'm going to try to not completely spoil the movie for people who have not seen it. So I'm going to talk in like code a little bit. But I really wanted to sort of break down these lyrics, and I feel like the only way to really relate the song's lyrics to the plot of the film would be to do a little bit of spoilers. But I'm not going to try not to just be like, oh yeah, when this happens, and like describe all of it. I don't want to do that. So, when they first, spoilers, like I said, Gwen comes to visit Miles from another dimension. I'm not going to get into how or anything like that, but she comes to visit, and they are flying around New York City together, and they are having so much fun, just having like casual fun, swinging around town. It's beautiful, it's animated super well, and this is kind of where they first, establish that sort of conversation. And it's very casual, and then it turns into something a little bit deeper, and they're connecting on a more intimate level. And this is where the song Calling starts to play. And I want to play a little bit of this clip when they're getting more intimate with each other, so that you guys can see kind of what the emotional tone of the film is at the point when the song starts to play.
You and me, we're the same. In the important ones,
So there's a lot, as someone who's seen the film, there's a lot going on with Gwen right now that Miles is not aware of. But the song actually tips you off to that fact if you look into the song lyrics. And we're about to do that right now. So, I love this scene. there was more to it, obviously, in the film, but I really like how they had conversations about their parents and what they're going through as a Spider-Man or Spider-Woman. I think it was a really powerful scene where, they're sharing a lot with each other. And, on the surface, lyrics from the song, like, I can hear you screaming out, calling me. Well, that's sweet. It's a nice sort of vibey thing. You have, it's my fault made you fall for me. So to save you, I'd give my all. Just, sweet lyrics like that. You fell for me. I count on you when times are tough. Instead of hold you down, I should lift you up. It hurts me when you start to see my flaws. Short on time for you, I never have enough. All of these are very sweet, cute lyrics. But then, I was on YouTube and I was looking at one of the videos for Calling, and someone mentioned, the question, who is singing this song? Obviously, it's, Sway Lee and Nav and all these people, actually singing it. But if you think about thematically, who is the author of this song? Where are these lyrics coming from? And when I think about it, this person was saying, this is coming from Gwen's perspective. And I was like, Gwen's perspective? That's very interesting. Let me read this, having seen the film. And I realized that this song basically spoils Across the Spider-Verse. There are things in this song that will spoil the entire film for you if someone explained exactly what it means. Now, I'm going to do this in a way that doesn't spoil the entire movie. I mean, obviously, I want you guys to go see it. And if you want a spoiler version of this video, let me know. I'm going to do my absolute best not to spoil it. But there's so much depth in these lyrics and how it interweaves with the plot of Across the Spider-Verse. So the first question you might have is, okay, so if it's coming from Gwen's perspective, it's my fault made you fall for me. What's your fault? What did you do, Gwen? What did you do? But it's my fault made you fall for me. There are some things that happen in this film that Gwen is involved with that sort of open up Miles to a lot of conflict. So much conflict. Most of it is brought on by, the main villain of the film, which I won't, explain either. But there are just some nuances to Miles' story and some people that he's introduced to and some obstacles that he has to overcome that, just wouldn't have been a thing if it weren't for Gwen's involvement. And during this scene right here, she's actually aware of a lot of that. That brings us to this line. I know sometimes it can be hard for me to tell the truth, but I go through any obstacle to get to you. She is withholding some very, very, very important information from Miles at this point. Now, we as the audience don't know this in this moment, but that's what's happening here. And if you're wondering why, her face is sort of like somber and not just completely happy the whole time, it's because she's withholding all of this information and she's dealing with all of this inside of her heart. And she's trying to reconcile the fact that she has all of these feelings for Miles and she cares about him deeply and would do anything for him, but at the same time she has knowledge that she cannot yet share with Miles because she's afraid of hurting him. And it's like a very challenging kind of love to have for a person, where you want to be able to tell them everything, but if you do that, then you might hurt them. And this is a plot beat that has happened in many other films, so hopefully that's, not too much of a spoiler, because I don't want to tell you what. But so another thing is, so to save you, I'd give my all. There's a moment in the film that line definitely makes sense for. Miles is in a situation where he is being chased by a bunch of people, and he is sort of cast into a situation where, he's feeling very lonely. He's fighting really hard. He has to grow, and basically he's by himself. But Gwen is able to come in, and she's trying to save him, right? And this song actually is talking about that. Her feelings towards Miles here. I'm not materialistic, but I got a thing for you. Treat the world like my guitar. I'm pulling strings for you. Now, I'm pulling strings for you. Wait till the last minute of the film, yo. And the last minute of the film, this line makes perfect sense for the last minute of the film. Gwen takes a leadership role, my friends. She is sort of heading an operation to, help Miles. But in what way or how or why, I'm not going to get into. But this song gets into all of that. It's just, this song has so much to do with what the plot of Into the Spiderverse is, and well, not Into the Spiderverse, Across the Spiderverse is, and what it means. And at first, lines like, when I ran into you, where is it? When I ran into you, I didn't plan on falling in love. That's just, typical, oh, I didn't know, blah, 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 blah. And that, that is kind of what it is. When Gwen ran into Miles, she didn't plan on falling in love. But here they are developing their relationship. And, I just wanted to make this comment on the scene itself. The film. So a lot of times in movies, the relationship is it's very cliche. It doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like, they're two human beings. It just feels too perfect. Everything is just so, and it doesn't feel like you could be in that situation. It's not relatable. It's not nuanced like human beings are. But Phil Lord and Christopher Miller really were able to nail this scene, especially with, Miles putting his hand closer to Gwen, thinking he has a chance, and then she's like, oh, in every other universe, it fails, and he, puts his hand away. Those little things like that make it so sweet and special, because, a real person can be in that situation. And Miles is just such a sweetheart, and he's absolutely lovely to see in this scene. So, today I just wanted to talk about how Calling is not just a little sweet song that's the background to this one particular scene, but it is the lyrics relate with the plot. It is interwoven all the way from the first minute to Gwen's, sort of surface level fun puppy dog love type of feelings towards Miles, all the way towards giving you a deeper understanding of just how far Gwen is willing to go for Miles because she loves him. And even, a major spoiler for the end of the film right there in the song. If you think about it, you gotta really connect the lyrics to the plot, and I never really thought about doing that. I figured I'd do a video like this. I wanted to mention one more thing before I go. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you there. I thought that this particular line meant something. You fell for me, I count on you when times are tough. Instead of holding you down, I should lift you up. While that does mean something, I was thinking about this with a particular scene where it's Miles actually would say that to her. But we're talking about Gwen's perspective, so never mind, basically. But if you would like to see me review the film itself, please let me know. I'm going to wait a little longer because I feel like I'm not going to be able to just not spoil it. I really want to think about it. It is, I got to say, Across the Spiderverse is the best film experience I've had in theaters. I mean, there's no question. It was incredible. I went with a really good friend of mine, and the soundtrack was good. The plot was great. The visual effects were just stunning. Absolutely stunning. But that will come soon. Probably in the next couple weeks, because I want to give it time for people to see it. But I wanted to get this out there because, you know, I really believe in this film, and I really love the music and the song. I've been listening to it on repeat for a while. Thank you so much for watching my song lyric review, and I hope to see you next time. Once again, if you like this video, please give me a like, subscribe, comment, and join the Discord server. Link is in the description.